All right, here's my drawing. We got 20 inches wide, 18 inches tall, 3/4 of an inch depth, and then 2 inches wide for the mounting flange to go on the existing radiator. So there's my 2 inches. There's my 3/4 inch depth. Here's my 3/4 inch depth on the bottom. I got the same thing marked on the top. This is 3/4 of an inch because the core has a 1/4 inch gap between the actual fins and the side of the radiator. So that adds a 1/4. This will be 1 inch total. I think that'll be good. I'm not sure. But yeah, I think it's marked out. I should have got a 26 inches wide sheet. This is 25 inches. But it's all right. So now it's going to be cutting and bending it. So first thing I'm going to do is drill a hole in each corner of the actual 20 by 18. So these corners. That will help me make the bends and make crisp corners. If you don't drill the corners, I think it's going to fight me too much. So all the X's are going to be cut out. So I'm going to do that. Across the top, drill the holes, and then start thinking about how to bend this. Because the sheet was like $67, 25 by 25. And I've never made one before, so I got to figure out how to get sharp bends on here without a break. And it's 90 thou aluminum. It's probably thicker than I need, but that's what they had. So, all right. Well, I forgot to take videos and pictures of building it, but I'll show you guys what I did. Because I don't have a break to bend the aluminum, I didn't want to buy one just for one project. I have this I-beam and some angle iron, and I basically use this as a brake with clamps and vice grips. Mark my lines and then just end up pounding it over and bending it by hand and with the hammer. Hitting it with a block of wood. Use a scrap piece first to make sure I can make tight bends. It worked out good on the scrap, so we end up doing it on a big piece. And this is what we turn out with. Let's see if I can show you. Turned out really nice. There's the corner seams. Everything is super tight. It's the depth here is really shallow. I don't know if this is going to work as good as I hope. I wanted to keep it tight to the radiator to leave room for the piping between the motor and the fan. The total depth of between the fan and the core is about 7/8, just under an inch. I'm hoping that's enough. The fan covers majority of the shroud, which I'm hoping helps with that too. It's not, it's going to be free flowing a lot until the fan turns on. Just a 30 amp relay on that. I'm going to have it turn on using the PCM. But yeah, it turned out pretty nice. It's going to fit in there pretty close. I'll get some pictures of it, but use the factory mounting screws. There's 10 mils on there, and wired in. So looking forward to that. I'll let you guys know how it works, and then I could show you a quick, let me mock something up and I'll show you how we ended up making the bends on here. All right, so on the test piece, this is basically where the fan gets mounted, the big area. This is the depth, and then this is the mounting flange. So what we ended up doing was making the depth bend first. This one, which was just making a line here and pounding it down with the hammer. Just rolling this down so this whole part goes flat down. And then to get the step out to mount it, end up flipping this upside down and tilt it up like this. So now the vertical would be where the fan mounts, the big area, and this would be straight out from that bend. And then you make a line here, clamp it down. I use these clamps, vice grips, C clamps, and then you just leave it on the I-beam and pound it down and flatten it out. And that's how you get that step with the depth that you want. So this part here will bolt up to the side of the radiator, the metal one. Then it steps out away from the radiator and comes over where the fan's mounted. And we just basically did that on the two outsides of that, and then we folded in the top just to seal it. All right, here's the look of it mounted in there. I just got it clamped in for now, but you can see my mounting flanges will work nice there. You see it's stepped out, fits right in the core, all the way across to all the corners of it. And this mounting flange lines up nice with that. Plenty of room between the water pump and the fan. I think the piping's gonna come underneath that, so that's gonna be fine. And yeah, the bottom seals up the same thing as the top, real nice and tight. But yeah, pretty happy with how that turned out. First time ever doing that, shaping aluminum or steel. What is aluminum, but shaping metal. It turned out really nice. Really opened up the engine bay, and I'm hoping it keeps it nice and cool.